decided that I would give you an extra day to finish up your flyers and your challenges. So firstly, I'd like to say that I'm loving everyone's flyer. I noticed that some people were a bit hesitant about doing the flyers, and then once they got going, you guys were messaging me and telling me how excited you were and how much you were into it, and you totally get how it just snowballs from there. So very exciting. And once you guys start handing out those flyers that you created with your information, you're going to notice that people are going to be contacting you left, right, and center, and then you're going to realize that we're doing all of this for a reason. So before I begin, I just want to mention to everyone that feel free to message me whenever you want about questions or concerns. That's fine, but I'd also like you to communicate with your team leaders. Now, I don't know if you guys created a Facebook page or not with everyone as a member, or if you do it through private message, but however you do it, definitely communicate with each other. You don't have to communicate with each other every day, but I don't want it to be just a communication when you've done a challenge. I want you to be able to touch base with these people and use each other as your accountability partners. If you don't know what an accountability partner is, we will find that out in chapter 3, but I'm sure you guys get the gist of it. So before we continue on to the next challenge, I just want to go over chapter 1 and what we learned from it and the things that I took away from it, and feel free to post on the leadership page anything else that you thought was really interesting or that touched you. So chapter 1 is basically talking about her journey, right, and how it all started. The things that I highlighted were the things that I think we all have in common, or pretty much all of us have in common when we do direct sales, is that we're in our usual job. She was a teacher, and I work for the government, financial difficulties, paying bills, facing job loss, buying your new home, having your first baby, having your second baby, or anything like that, and just wanting to start something part-time to be able to supplement your income, or if it's a one-income household, be able to provide also a second income. The fact that she talks about direct sales and how it is a marketing company where you don't have to put a lot of overhead. You don't have to spend a lot of money. So some companies, it's $99 to join. It's $199 to join. It's $249 to join. It's $350 to join. But once you join, you have everything that you need. And that's one of the things that I love about direct sales, is that I don't have to worry about spending upfront fee of $10,000 to be able to start off right away. So if you wanted to join Gel Moment at $79, you join and you're able to buy your things at cost and start right away and not have to worry about that. So that was really a good point. She talks about persistence and commitment. Now, these are the things that I was talking about before, is that the more persistent and the more committed you are, you will get out of your business what you put in. So if you want it to be a hobby or a part-time job, then you can expect the income of it being a hobby or a part-time job. If you want it to replace what you're doing now, or get you that dream house, or finish that renovation, then you have to understand that you need to put in as much time into it and as much your blood, sweat, and tears to be able to get that back. So in 4 years, by the age of 29, she became her company's first six-figure monthly earner. So we're not talking about someone earning 6 figures yearly, we're talking about someone earning 6 figures monthly. And what's incredible about that is that she didn't start where we're starting necessarily. Where she was, where we are with Gel Moment, she was barely earning any income, and there were already people that were earning, the 6 figures at that time. We're all at the same stage, so we're all at the start of Gel Moment. Now, let's look at Gel Moment. Let's think back. Let's think into the future of where Gel Moment will be in 4 years, like she's talking about 4 years. So if you can look at that and then think right now that that's where you'll be, then your persistence and your commitment will come out of that. What are we able to give? We offer hope and freedom to those that are ready to receive it. Freedom to make our own schedule, freedom to make the money that we want, freedom to be able to control all of that, and the freedom for all of those people that we're going to meet to be able to share that opportunity and have them grow with us. And one of the big things was that she was coachable, right? So that's what I want all of us in the leadership to understand, that we are all coachable. So you start out the leadership thinking, I'm not cut out for this, I can't do this, I don't have the time. Go slow. I told you it wasn't going to be wasn't going to be stressful. It was going to be stress-free. So I don't want you thinking, okay, I can't do the first challenge, I can't do my flyer, I need more than a week. Send me a message. Talk to your team leader. Tell them I'm not going to kick you out. I want you guys to take the tools from this and understand that you're coachable and you'll be able to reach your potential. So don't give up. Be willing to learn. Be committed, because it's a proven system. What else did she talk about? Okay, so keep in mind, she says on page 15 for me, I'm pretty sure it'll be the same page for you. Keep in mind, it only takes a few power partners to change your life. So you don't need 200 power partners. Of course, no one's going to not want that. But if you have a key few power partners, you guys can all succeed together, and it can and will change your life. Okay, and we as leaders cannot take credit for people's success or failure, because everyone's working at their own pace. Everybody's going to work their company the way they want to. It is their own business, right? So if someone buys into Gel Moment and disappears and you never hear from them again, well, that was their decision and their choice to do that. So don't take it upon yourself, and don't think that it's a failure within yourself. You can only provide the tools to the people, and then it's up to them what they want to do with those tools. So I can only provide this leadership program for you for 10 weeks and can only give you these challenges, but I'm not right beside you telling you, right now you need to make your flyer, or right now you need to go out there and start canvassing and presenting the opportunity to people. That is in your control. So whether you succeed or whether you fail, it's all up to you. But all of us in leadership are going to succeed, so don't worry about that. But don't take it upon yourself if someone you've recruited decides later on that this is not for them and they want to leave. You simply tell them thank you, and also you can tell them that should they change their mind, that they can always contact you again. So don't blame your progress or pace on your team. Take personal responsibility for yourself and your activity, and respect your team's efforts and respect their pace. She writes 5 contacts per day keeps leads coming her way, which is fantastic. If you can make 5 contacts per day with prospects, with sales, you're on the right track. You can't do all that work and not be successful. It's impossible. So the first chapter talks about how she starts, and then by chapter 2 she digs in a little bit more in coaching yourself and actually putting in an action plan. So it's going to start getting into the nitty-gritty by chapter 3. But chapter 1 was a great inspirational chapter, a great introduction into how she started her network marketing business, and how if you just follow simple steps, we're all going to end up being where she is. So we need to rock it like we're all rock stars. So what I want you to do in the next week, I will still put up the video for Sunday, which means it'll be Monday for most of you guys. And I want you to read chapter 2, and what I want you to do is I want you to either take a binder, take a notebook. A lot of you probably have a notebook going already for the leadership program. So I want you to write down a list of 100. What should you put in this list of 100? I want you to separate the list into 4 categories: friends, family, prospects, and hostesses or hosts. So what you're going to do is you're going to write friends and family that you have not yet approached regarding gel moments, prospects that these are people or leads that you have already spoken to and you really think or are convinced that these people want to join your team. And hostesses, these are people that you have approached or want to approach regarding hosting a party. So with that list, you can split it up into 4. I want to see the titles: friends, family, hosts or hostesses, and prospects for team building. Split it up into 4, and you can have 25 per. You can have 50 and 10 and 10 and what does that make? 50, 10 and 10. That's 70 and 25. You can split it up however you want, but I want it to be 100 in there for sure. And what we're going to do is, out of that 100, I want you to be able to take your top 10 in whatever group you want and work those leads in the following week. Now, if you don't have any samples or things to demonstrate your product with, and you have your top 10, then utilize your brochures or flyers. I want you to be able to send those to them either by the mail or meet with them for coffee, have a chat with them on the phone, and just present them with that. And then I think there's another order going out through Allison. So if you're going to be ordering through that, then you can continue on that lead that you've created with your flyer and do a demonstration with them with the gel nails. So it all depends on how you want to approach it, who you want to approach it, and whether you have samples or not. But continue giving me feedback towards those leads, and work your list. If you can only read the chapter and do your list and work on your leads on the following week, that's not a problem. The more you get done in the week, the better it will be, because the faster we'll be able to launch. So that's the end of the video. I'm sorry that it was longer than I thought it would be. I just wanted to go through some of the things that she had said in the book. So after you watch the video, just comment on the bottom of the video that you've watched. Let your team leaders know that you've watched, and keep sending me those messages. And I'm very excited for you guys, and you guys are doing a tremendous and awesome job. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you next week.